How's it going? Hot Mess Mom 68 here again. I'm coming back to you a little bit later than I expected, but things happen. But I'm back to get this tattoo finished. So happy. We're gonna get started and it's gonna be awesome. In this Chris, hi.
There you go. Just like that.
Cool. Crazy. I've lost everything to talk about. We talk so much. I don't know what to talk about. I've been laying here thinking, what can I talk about? Oh, 2 days ago I bought a 14-foot trampoline. We set it up today. Oh, Mother Mary and Joseph, I never thought that it would be so difficult to set up a 14-foot trampoline. It actually didn't. It wasn't too difficult. My husband and I were able to do most of it. I told my parents to come over and help us, but we got most of it done before they even got there.
Nice.
And then it came with an enclosure, a net enclosure, thank goodness, because, I have an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old, and not having that enclosure would be very dangerous. So... So it came with an enclosure, so I had to have my parents' help for that, because it took like 4 of us to get the enclosure set up. But for the most part, we got the 14-foot enclosure set up with no issues. It went really well. It's out in our front yard, and the boys will not leave it. They absolutely love it, which is good. And then Troy and I yesterday got our hot tub cleaned out and fixed up and started, and it's heating up. We were excited to finally get to use it again.
Right.
We were kind of afraid we broke it because we left it up for the winter, and we were going to empty the water out of it completely, and we procrastinated and left some water in it so it froze up. And the hot tub is one of those that you can get from Walmart. It's one of the inflatable ones. Mm-hmm. And the pump was working. We had turned it off the entire winter, but the water was frozen inside of it, and so we were hoping that we didn't break it because it wasn't even a year old yet. It's actually just a year old now. And so finally, when the water melted, we cleaned it out. We re-aired it up. We fixed it up. We turned the pump back on, and it's working. Yay, it's working. So we did, and it's heating up. It's heating up slowly, but it's heating up, which is good. I love that the weather's warming up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to be able to dress like this continuously all the time.
Right.
I miss shorts and my tank tops and my flip-flops.
Yep.
I'll miss them. I love the winter, but it seems like it goes forever. And I just get tired of it. I think everybody gets tired of it. I'm glad that the weather is heating up. However, my best friend that lives in New Mexico, she texted me today and said that it was snowing there right now. I'm like, it's snowing in New Mexico. She's like, yep.
Yep.
I was like, holy Mother Mary and Joseph. But that reminds me, was it like 5 years ago that we got that freak snowstorm in April? crazy. I'm hoping that doesn't happen this year. I don't want any more snow.
Nope. I hope it's over too.
Yeah, I think everybody wants it to be over. We've had so much of it. It's not even funny. Like, it needs to be done now. Please be done now. We found out that trampolines are very susceptible to wind. So we got to go to the store and pick up some tent stakes so we can anchor it to the ground.
Yep.
We don't want it to fly away. And we get freak windstorms out of nowhere, you know. Like the other night, the wind picked up and I had no idea where it came from. Like all day it was perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden wind shows up. Like, where the hell did that come from? It's unbelievable how Mother Nature's mind can drop at the drop of a hat. Change at the drop of a hat.
Yep. Weird.
Your kid doing anything for spring break?
No.
No? Mine's in Disneyland.
Nice.
Yeah, his band group, as long as they're able to raise the funds, his band group was, collected all the money, and the band parents and the faculty paid for them to go to Disneyland. They all had to put in like $900 a piece, but they all got the money and put in the $900 a piece, and he ended up in Universal Studios this morning.
Cool.
And they're going to be in Universal Studios all day today, and then they're going to go to the hotel and check in, and then every morning the park opens at 8:30, and they're able to have the run of the park in the morning, and then in the afternoon they have to do shops and programs, and they're in the Disney Day Parade on Thursday. So it's I mean on Wednesday, excuse me, because they're coming home Thursday. So they're in the Disney Day Parade on Wednesday, and I mean they just get to do so much.
It's cool.
It's pretty, and it's the first time he's ever been anywhere without a parent with him. So he was quite nervous.
Should be a good experience.
Oh yeah, he was nervous. You know, he was popped up, well, what if I get lost? What if I lose my group? What if I don't know where I'm going? And I'm just like, buddy, you're 14 years old. I'm like, you'll figure it out. Just stick with your friends, stick with the people you know, and you won't get lost. It'll all be good.
Totally.
And he's already posting pictures and just having tons of fun. I mean, that's what you need to do. Just have tons of fun. Like, he's lost all of the worriness. He's good to go. Yeah, I made sure I told him, you know, you gotta post lots of pictures and call me, you know, every now and then. Don't forget that we're back here at home. We want to know you're alive.
Right.
Do you have any plans for this summer?
I think sometime soon, me and the lady are gonna take a trip to the Washington coast.
Oh, that's right. I remember the last time we were here, you were saying that you were going to go to the ocean.
Yep.
have fun at the ocean. The ocean is awesome. We're going to go camping this summer in Twin Falls, Idaho. It's supposed to be a family reunion, but like I said before, I don't know if that's actually going to happen. And that's okay. It doesn't have to happen. The important people are going to be there. That's all that matters. We can have fun regardless.
Yep. That's all that matters.
Yep. How's he doing?
Doing good.
Awesome. That's good. Do you have many clients yet?
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
You bring clients with him? Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I saw that Wade was doing the live stuff. He was going on Facebook and doing the Facebook Live stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. Where is he today?
I think he's doing something. I don't know. I haven't seen him here today. He came by this morning, I guess, and did some work around here, and then left.
Oh, okay. My family, after I got my hand tattoo, my aunt and uncle from Kansas contacted me, and they're like, "Didn't that hurt?"
Right.
I was like, "It did, but I talk my way through my tattoos, so I really don't pay attention to the pain, or at least I try not to pay attention to the pain."
Right.
That's why I talk. Like, trust me, they hurt, but I don't care.
A little bit of pain for a
Because I
lifetime of it.
like them. I like them a lot.
Yep.
It's worth it.
Totally.
It's so worth it. And there are certain spots that are worse than others. So, I mean, it just depends on where you're getting the tattoo, whether or not it's going to hurt really bad. But some people are a lot more sensitive than others. Like, I've seen some tattoos on Facebook of people getting tattoos that are freaking out over a tattoo that, the same spot that I've gotten, and I'm like, that didn't hurt for me. What the hell?
Right.
I'm like, why are you freaking out like that? Crazy how much somebody can freak out on a tattoo.
Yeah.
But yet they want one. And they're freaking out about it. Freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
There's
that's
this
pretty
one lady that they were doing a tattoo on her back. And she was sitting up leaning against the chair, and the tattoo artist was trying to tattoo her. And she was moving around all the place and screaming at the top of her lungs, "Oh, that hurts! Oh, that hurts!" And the tattoo artist is like, "You can't move around like that. You've got to stop moving. You want this tattoo? Hey man, it hurts. So what? You wanted the tattoo."
Yeah, it's pretty funny how people are.
It's just nuts. I was like, why is it so, like, I don't get it. But maybe it's because, you know, some people scream, some people talk. Some people are silent.
Yep.
I'm a talker. It's what helps me get through, so.
Which is good. What you gotta do.
You do what you gotta do, that's right. There have been times, though, that when you've been doing my tattoos, that talking doesn't help. I'm just like, ow! Especially like on the back of my legs.
Right.
It hurt on the back of my legs. I didn't think it was going to hurt so bad, but it did. My lower back was horrible. There was no talking through my lower back. My lower back was painful. So worth it, though. It's so pretty now.
Change it up. Wake up and go to McDonald's for delicious cafe coffee. Just $1. Wake up and win the day. Coffee fresh and brewed every 30 minutes for $1.
I'm so glad I can get it done today.
Mm-hmm. So I wanted to get you in. Get you taken care of.
Oh my gosh, this past Tuesday, have you ever had one of those days where one thing goes wrong and the whole day goes down the drain?
Yep.
Oh my God, this last Tuesday was that day for me. It started out, I woke up, we had no hot water. None. And so I'm like, what the frick? And I try every faucet, no hot water. So I call the landlord, and she's like, oh, that's not good. She's like, we just replaced a hot water heater yesterday in a different house. And I'm like, well, I think you need to send somebody out because we have no hot water. Well, I can't get somebody out there until the afternoon. I'm like, all right, well, my boys are half days, so I have to go pick them up maybe after 2 o'clock. She's like, okay, great. So get in my car, go do my running around, go pick up my boys. My youngest has an appointment at 1 o'clock. He gets out of school at noon. So my mom and I drive to his school to pick him up. Car's running great. I don't know what happened. Car was perfect. I put it in park. I go get my son. I come back to the car. She starts up fine, but the shifter wouldn't work. Like the button on the shifter froze, and I could not get her to shift into gear. For the life of me, could not get it to shift into gear. I was like, what the fuck's happening now? I'm freaking out. I had to call a tow truck, had to cancel my son's appointment. Tow truck driver gets there. He's like, I have a little trick for you. He says, maybe it'll work. I was like, really? That'd be great. So like, there's this little black tabby thing that sits right above the shifter. When you open it, it has a hole in it. And when you, like, you take a long tour or the insert of a pin, you poke it down in the hole and you'll feel a button. And in that button, if you push it, it releases the shifter. So he pushed it and it released my shifter. And I was able to drive it, and I've been able to drive it ever since. Hasn't happened again. So that was a plus side on the day. And then that was the same day Wade called me and canceled my appointment with you. So I lost my hot water heater. My car broke. My tattoo for the next day, which is my therapy, gets canceled. And then
Couldn't do anything about that.
I know. Trust me, I know. And I was trying to breathe, and I was just like, what more? What more can happen in this freaking day? So we finally get it to work. I go home. I wait for the guys to show up on the hot water tank. They're supposed to show up at 2:30. They didn't show up until 3:30. They finally get there. Okay, come to find out it's a gas hot water heater, which I didn't know. Our landlord thought it was electric, told us it was electric. It was all fine and dandy. No, it's gas hot water heater. And the system, the igniter on the hot water heater wouldn't work. There's no way to replace the igniter system. You have to replace the entire tank. So here he is calling my landlord. Yeah, she needs a whole brand new tank. I'm like, well, we need hot water. What are we going to do? He's like, I'm going to call my boss. We'll get you a brand new tank today. I'm like, oh, great. That'll be awesome. So he switched out the hot water tank, thank goodness. That took a good hour and a half to 2 hours. Took another 45 minutes to an hour to actually have hot water. I mean, it was just ridiculous. I was just like, this day was never, I was so ready to go to bed and have the day over. I was so done. It was not even funny. It was just like, oh my gosh, what more could happen today? Seriously, like, what more could happen today? I was exhausted by the end of the night. I really was. Next day started out really good, though. I was just like, the boys are listening. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Got them off to school. I had a great day on Wednesday. But Tuesday, oh my God, Tuesday was horrible. I haven't had a day like that in like years. It was horrible. It was nuts.
I think we just about got her licked.
Yay!
We'll let that heal up and see if it sits right. If you need any more darks or anything like that, we can just throw those in.
Okay. It's so pretty.
Yeah, especially once I put the reds into the flower, it really looks good.
Yeah, it does. That. So nice.
Beauty and the Beast.
So pretty. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much, Chris.
No problem.
Oh. And that, folks, is a tattoo complete. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll get back to you. Bye.